Gold Blade, according to the itch.io page for it, is a bite-sized pixel art action RPG where your sword keeps getting bigger. What that means practically is somewhere between half an hour and an hour's worth of brawler-ish physics-based sword swinging combat. The game's main mechanic is a sword, which you can swing in circles to either bounce off or slice straight through enemies, that has upgradable stats like length and width. The combat is very simple, but inventive enough to stay fresh over the short time you spend beating the game. The momentum system and stamina management means you won't just be mindlessly swinging your weapon, but you'll actively be engaging with the combat. It has 10 different areas with slightly different aesthetics and a variety of enemies, some of which introduced new mechanics such as swords to block your swings and projectiles that you can destroy. There's also a constant stream of new upgrades, meaning you have new enemies to fight and new stuff to buy every few minutes. This is a bit of a mixed blessing, unfortunately, because you buy these upgrades from no less than 12 different upgrade stations scattered across the map with almost no visual difference between shops. For some upgrades, the way their descriptions are phrased also makes it slightly unclear what they actually do, and depending on the upgrade may or may not make a noticeable difference in the game. I played through the game twice, the first time getting most of the single purchase upgrades and trying to split my money between all the stat upgrades, and the second run I pretty much only upgraded armor, attack, sword length, and stamina, and each run played almost exactly the same. As far as I can tell, the upgrade width is entirely useless, as you still hit enemies once each by swinging your sword 360 degrees, no matter how wide your sword is, and some of the other stats are definitely not as useful as the core stats in the game. The default sword swing mechanics are a little hard to use, but I found changing the control scheme in the settings to clockwise and counterclockwise swings was much easier to control. The one other major piece of jankiness I experienced was the bug minigame, where no matter how many bugs I got hit by, I stayed at full health. I'm not sure if this game is supposed to be totally separate from the main game or to give you money to use in the main game, because I had to quit without saving my score to exit the minigame every time. This isn't a huge issue, as I found the minigame itself to be pretty hard to control and not that fun anyways, but it's little stuff like this that makes the game seem a little rough around the edges. That isn't to say the game is bad though. I think it's well worth the time it takes to play, with a fun idea and a core gameplay loop that keep you engaged for pretty much your entire playthrough. That's it for this review. You can give me feedback on the video or drop a comment with your own opinion on the game if you end up checking it out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Komoda.